go. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? I have returned. Once again. Sorry about the wait. I've been real busy, working and everything. I was kind of rushing out the house, and I woke up late Monday, so I didn't get a chance to make a video. But I am back. I got a story for you to read today, and I'm pretty sure it's a good one, just like all the other stories in his books. And of course, by that book, I mean this one right here, Missing 411, a sobering coincidence by none other than the man, the myth, the legend, David Paulides. Anyway, tonight, what I want everyone to do, as always, and I'm going to read this probably every single time I make a video, I want you to join me, okay? Please join me. Become intrigued as I case read the 411 baffling unsolved cases of hundreds of random people from clusters all over the globe who mysteriously vanish without a trace and are either never found ever again or found hundreds of miles away from their last known location, deceased, dead under very, very mysterious circumstances. Yeah, exactly. But today, my friends, I am going to read to you a story about another young man by the name of David Mark. That is David Mark. Okay, to start with, he went missing on 03/02/2011 at 6:40 p.m. in Boston, Massachusetts. Once again, same state. There's a lot of disappearances in that area. Okay, he was around 24 years old when he disappeared. Now, in this book, I have disclosed that several of the missing have serious medical issues and that have plagued them since birth. In this instant, the victim was a type 1 diabetic and also had Asperger's. Never heard of that one. That's a new one. Or Asperger's syndrome, a type of autism. Oh, okay. But David Mark's physical ailments never stood in the way of his success and determination. He earned a master's degree from the University of Albany State University of New York. Cool. That's my hometown, baby. Brooklyn, New York. Not Albany, but Brooklyn, New York. Ooh, go Giants. They should have been at the Super Bowl this year. Go all the other New York teams as well. Even the New Jersey teams like the Mets and, the New Jersey Knicks. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. Okay. All right, okay. Now let's see. University of Albany State University of New York in geography. Okay. On March 2nd, 2011, David was visiting his parents. After breakfast, he left, telling his folks he was heading to see his sister in the Chestnut Hill area of Boston. Instead of going to his sister's, David went to the Boston Beer Works, just opposite of Fenway Park. Weird. Anyway. Okay, employees remembered seeing him drinking and stated he was in a great mood. He left the establishment and drove to within a mile of his sister's home, parked his car, and vanished. Wow. Okay, he was never seen alive again. That's the worst part of all this. Okay, David's parents and friends became concerned and reported him as a missing person. As they searched for their son, the police had his cell phone pinged. The response indicated that the phone was last reported to be within 4 miles of the Charleston Navy of the Charleston Navy Yard in Boston. This location is less than a half mile from the Boston Bruins Arena and the Suffolk County Jail, but conceding the distance the phone company provided, 4 miles could have put him in close proximity of his vehicle. On March 8th, 2011, at 8 a.m., a body was found floating 15 to 18 feet offshore in the area of the Channel Fish Company at 370 East Eagle Street in Boston. An employee of the company saw the body and called emergency services. Police stated that there was no trauma to the body. It was David. I could not locate anything online indicating the cause of death or a formal statement from the coroner of an autopsy result. I will flatly state that the location of David's body is a huge flashing yellow light. He was found completely on the opposite side of town from where his car was located. How he got into the water and how he got to that side of town is a mystery. Yeah, it all started when he told his parents that he was going to see his sister in I think it was an area called Chestnut. Let me see. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure. I want to get back to that point. Okay, this is the part we was at the bar. Master's degree. Oh yeah. He was heading to see his sister in the Chestnut Hill area of Boston. So how is it that you tell your parents you going to the Chestnut Hill area of Boston, then all of a sudden he flips around and ends up going in the opposite direction? Let me see. Yeah, he went to the Boston Beer Works, just opposite of Fenway Park. Okay, now he didn't say exactly how far it was from where his sister lived, but he wasn't heading in that direction. I don't know. Maybe I guess he figured since he was on the way, he'd stop at the bar and get him a drink before he head to his sister's house. But in light of all that, he disappears after he's driving his car to a certain point, which was it said right here. He left the establishment and drove to within a mile of his sister's home, parked his car, and then he vanished. So whatever place this was that was within a mile of his sister's home, he got out the car and vanished somehow. Now, there's a lot of cases where people tend to park their car and vanish without a trace. There was this one story about a woman who parked her car, and when they found the car, there was snow all in the seat. Now, this woman was supposed to have been going, this was in Virginia, as a matter of fact. It was a black woman. Can't remember her name right now, but she was taking care of some errands for her mother. It was that night. I think it was around like 6:30 or 8:30 p.m. And it was snowing. Okay, she's driving along this area, and she must have seen something for her to roll down her window all the way. But when she never returned home, and she was reported missing, the cops came out to the area where she should have been traveling. They found her car, and the window was all the way down. There was snow all in the driver's seat, but there was no woman. Okay, which is the weirdest part, because she just vanished without a trace. She's never been found. And the same thing with him, except for he was found floating in the river, okay, with no trauma on the body. So obviously, whatever happened to him, he didn't get beat up, he didn't get mugged, he didn't get bashed in the head or anything. Nobody tried to kill him as far as using a weapon, okay. So what happened? He parks his car and then he vanishes. Now, in light of what this woman named Jean said on Coast to Coast AM, she was one of the call-ins. I think this was probably Open Lines, I believe. Well, not Open Lines, because Open Lines comes after the interview of the person that was on the radio show, which of course was David Paulides. She said that she went through this like dimensional bubble, and she ended up in an area that looked just like the area that she came from, except there was no people. And around the time of day it was, he said that there should have been people around, including the park rangers or whatever the case may be, but there was nobody. But she also said she saw these like creatures. They were like, you know, she felt pure evil coming from them or whatever the case may be. But it was a part where they said, I just gotta get out of the car. Okay, that I'm thinking that might be in what he was saying when he probably saw something. He said, I gotta get out of the car. I gotta get away. So obviously maybe his car stalled, like all the other cars that stall when it comes to an alien abduction or when there's a UFO in the area. The car stalls, then all of a sudden they feel like, okay, of course, the car ain't working, so they're gonna have to get out of the car, obviously. But nobody really knows. They just know that he parked his car and whammo, poof, he was gone. Makes no sense whatsoever. But like I said, these stories are weird anyway, because you know, you get out of the car and then what? Nothing. You disappear. And that right there is the worst part of that whole case. You know, they don't know what happened to him. They just know he drove his car. He was seen driving his car to a certain area, and they found his car. Boom, there was nobody there. And all of a sudden, it's like they're picked up by something. They do to whatever they're gonna do to him, then they drop him in the water somewhere. And somehow they're able to do what they do without touching them. Kill them. Take away their soul. Take away their energy. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is not good at all. Okay. I might have time for another story here. This one is about a guy named Eric Munsell. That's Eric Munsell. Now, he went missing on 02/08/2014 at 11 p.m. He was on 21 Broad Street in Boston, Massachusetts. He was around the same age as the last guy, 24 years old, when he disappeared. Okay, Eric was born in New Brunswick, New Jersey. See, I lived in Cranford, New Jersey, so go New Jersey, yeah. Woo. Okay, to Keith and Mary Lynn Munsell, he was not only a brilliant student, but a three-team varsity athlete competing in soccer, cross country, and track. Wow, I guess he's what you would call a Renaissance man. He can do all sorts of things. Not bad at all. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. He graduated from Freehold Township High School in 2008. He went on to Boston University, where he graduated in 2012, magna cum laude. Okay, that's what's up. With a degree in aerospace engineering. Wow, that means he was probably going to be working on planes alone or going to NASA of all places. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I love NASA. I've been there. It's incredible. Well, maybe not NASA, but the Kennedy Space Center. That's what I went to, which is connected to NASA. But anyway, okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Friends and family described the student as unfailingly kind and well liked by everyone who knew him. Eric was an aviation engineer at General Electric and pursuing his master's degree in mechanical engineering via the Edison Engineering Development Program on the side. That is a tongue twister, but very prestigious. I like that. On February 8, 2014, Eric went to the Market Lounge in Boston's financial district to celebrate his 24th birthday. He was reportedly having a great time when he tripped slightly. Oh boy. Going to the bathroom. A bouncer saw this and told him to leave the establishment. Okay, just because he tripped, I mean he got to leave. I mean, the man was drinking. He was trying to go to the bathroom so he can let out some beer water. So, I mean, come on now, give me a break. But that's just me. But anyway, okay. Let's see. Trip slightly, going to the restroom. Right, bouncer said establishment. Okay, the temperature outside was 18 degrees. Ugh, that's not good. Okay, and yet the bouncers wouldn't allow Eric to get his coat. So they made him leave the establishment without his coat. So that means he was freezing to death. What a bunch of idiots. Anyway, Okay, 10 minutes after he was kicked out, Eric's friends realized something was wrong. They went outside the club and couldn't find their friend. They checked the restroom and realized he must have left. Eric never arrived to his residence and was subsequently reported missing. Eric lived just 10 minutes from the club, and it was initially believed that he walked home. That's what a lot of them do. They always, when they leave an establishment, they always end up walking home, and I would imagine that's how they're always able to be taken, because they're not in the car, they can't get away fast enough. Plus the fact he was freezing to death, so he was subdued a lot quicker because he was cold, So, but that's, like I said, my opinion. It could have been anything, but that could also serve as a factor because that was an easy way for him to be subdued or taken. Anyway, let me get back on track here. Okay, police first tried to ping Eric's cell phone. They advised Mary Lynn that they did get a response 30 minutes after Eric had left the club in the vicinity of the harbor, not in the direction of his residence. Video footage indicated to the police that Eric was last in the area of the Marriott Long Wharf Hotel. Yes, the same hotel that Eugene Lossick stayed in. Huh, what a coinky dink. Very weird. Anyway, there was an extensive search effort by police. They did not find Eric, but they did save someone. Huh? I don't get it. Okay, the February 12, 2014 article in the Boston Globe had the following. Detectives were behind the Marriott Long Wharf Hotel investigating the disappearance of Eric Munsell, 24, just before 11 p.m. When they noticed a man struggling to climb out of the harbor, the detectives pulled the man to safety, according to a Boston Police Department spokesman. The article also states he wasn't in the best condition. He couldn't communicate very well, said Officer James Keneally. Keneally. I guess that's what it is, Keneally. A police spokesman. Over 2 months after Eric vanished, there was a break in the case. On April 23, 2014, the Boston Police Department and members of its harbor unit received a call at 12:27 p.m. The body was located at the end of Long Wharf, as usual with all the others. Okay, this is directly at the end of land where the Marriott was located. And April 24th, 2014 article in the Daily Free Press had these details. Officers and officials from the Boston Fire Department then removed the body, which medical examiners identified Thursday as 24-year-old Eric Munsell, a 2012 engineering graduate. This is another case where an extensive archive search failed to produce one article describing the findings of the coroner as to why Eric died. If news agencies don't pursue answers and medical examiners If news agencies don't pursue answers and medical examiners wish to conceal their facts, the public will never know the truth behind these cases. It will appear to the public that there are a bunch of idiotic college kids falling in a drunken stupor into water. 2 cases in Boston and 2 cases at the same hotel. It sounds much like a clustering effect. I have revealed in other books. It is also very similar to the events that happened in Chicago, where people disappeared from the same hotel. Consider all the hotels hotels in Boston and Chicago, and understand how remote the odds are that multiple cases emanate from the same hotel. Is that a coincidence? Maybe so. Maybe this is just how they choose the people that they want to take and kill. This might be just a part of their grand scheme, where they just somehow say, okay, we're gonna pick somebody that stays at a hotel, or pick somebody that was near the hotel. That's just some random thinking they do. Is that, okay, we're going to pick this guy right here, and we're going to pick a guy that was near the hotel, the same hotel, or we're going to pick the guy that was across the street from the same hotel. So it might be some litigation in why they choose the people that they choose to kill. Okay, so you got tons of cases of guys who stayed in a certain hotel, and then tons of cases of guys who was walking near that same hotel, or someone that was on the other side of the street from that hotel, or a half a mile away from the same hotel. I don't know. It's just weird. Makes no sense whatsoever. The man disappears after leaving the bar, and he turns up dead in the water somewhere. Just doesn't make any sense. The man was great. He was a graduate. He was celebrating his achievements in engineering, aeronautics engineering, as a matter of fact. And then he leaves the premises and turns up dead in the water. Was he face down? I don't know. Was he just in his underwear? Don't know that either. Like he said, there was no report on the coroner's findings. There was no autopsy report. There was no toxicology report. Nothing. So obviously, this is what happened, folks. This is what happened. They didn't post anything about that because he was found face down in the water with hardly any clothes on. He was probably just in his underwear. No markings on the body indicating he was killed or maimed or strangled or tortured. Nothing. Obviously, that's what happened. Okay, they obviously found something weird about his case, or the evidence trumped up some weird questions that they could never answer. So instead of you just telling the truth, and they were so afraid of them being found as a company that can't do their job, that is their job, to find out what killed that boy, they didn't want to be looked at like that. So they just said, okay, we didn't find anything. But that would make you look even more stupid because you didn't find anything, or you didn't post that you found anything other than with the body floating in the water, and you making everybody think these are a bunch of stupid college kids who keep getting drunk and falling in the water. But first of all, even if they were drunk, why would they head towards the water and not to their home? Even if you're drunk, you still know to do that. To me, I would imagine, because I've gotten drunk before. Now I knew to go home, and I went straight home too. I was drunk, but I wasn't like drunk to the point where I could say, okay, the water is my home, let me go inside and go to sleep. And you fall in the water. Nobody is that drunk, not even if you like stone drunk, because normally you just pass out on the street. Okay, I'm just saying that makes no sense why they're doing what they're doing. They don't want the families to know where how their son died, or whatever the case may be. Even if it's something weird that they found out about, I want to know. That's just me. I want to know. I don't care how weird it is or how weird it may sound. Now, are they thinking about the family when they don't tell them these things because it sounds too weird for you to understand? How would you know that? Some of these parents might be experts in that field. They may be UFOologists. They may be advocates in the paranormal or the unknown or cryptic creatures. You never know. I'm just saying. What can I say? All I can do is pass theories around. That's all I can do. That's my job. That's why I have this channel for you guys, so you can hear my theories, and so maybe I can hear yours. And the same thing with one of my viewers. She has some very, 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 very good theories, and she has a lot of good things to say. So Elizabeth, thumbs up to you, for real. And to my homegirl KimStar66, haven't heard from you in a while. I know you be busy, so hit me up. Oh, one more thing. I want to thank. Well, of course, thank, but I also want to welcome 2 more subscribers. Got 73. So welcome, you guys, whoever you are. I will be checking you out to see who you are, and I will, I will subscribe to your channel as well. So I just want to say welcome to my channel, and I hope you enjoy what I am talking about here. Okay, a lot of my videos are being viewed. I really love you guys for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But that's the end of this story. That's all I really got on that. I will be posting more as usual, so stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled to my channel. Keep your ears open for notifications, and I shall return. Aloha, mahalo, and hui guys. Peace out. Have a good night. Stay blessed and get some good rest, because tomorrow is another day. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna be into it all the way. Bye, everybody. Love you guys. Stay safe. Peace.